Welcome back to the Rotary powered S2000 build. Now that the subframe is on, I can start working on the hot side, and the first part is the intake manifold. Now, there's a couple different options I could have chose from. One of them, which is the OEM intake manifold, it's pretty cheap, easy to come by. Another one was the RE version, which was, I think it was based off the Cosmo, don't know for sure, but by the looks of it, it was based off the Cosmo. And then another one is the Elite intake manifold. Now, the reason why I got this one is because I've been watching and reading about these guys out in Australia that runs these manifolds, and guys make power, and these guys are monsters on the track with this. And majority of the time, the racing, they always run these manifolds, and that's what really made me gravitate to this manifold. Now, start off with the lower intake. If you remember about the emissions back in the 90s for the RX-7s, there was a lot of stuff going on back here. Now, considering that this has been designed to delete that, you get all equal runners. Like, there's none of that BS that's going on here. Clean and functional. Front, you get 4 injector ports. Now, the OEM one only comes with 2. This one comes with 4, so I'm able to run 6 injectors, 4 on the intake manifold and then 2 on the engine, versus 2 on the intake manifold and 2 on the engine. Next up is the upper intake manifold. Now, one of the things I like about this is that it has this huge charge tank. Like, look at it. And I believe the RE inspired this design. Also comes with some vacuum lines. Actually, there's also some vacuum lines on the bottom too, but there's 4 vacuum lines back there. Yeah, also the porting on the upper and lower are bigger than the OEM one. Now, the only problem I think I'm gonna have when it comes to installing this manifold is that I only got 1 intake manifold stud, and because of that, I had to go buy some more. And the ones I bought, they are too long, so I gotta cut and match them to the original intake manifold stud, so I won't have any problems. If I put this in right now, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna strip out the threads from the rotary, and I don't want that. Also, one thing I realized too is that one of the things that I noticed is that this hole and this one, they are a lot longer than the ones on the side. So I'm gonna have to either go to the hardware store and grab like 2 bolts, because I only need 2. All the other studs will fit for this, but I'm gonna have to get some bolts. And I don't know if I'll keep it like that or just get like 2 more studs in the future. But as for right now, I'm gonna have to get 2 bolts and make sure that is the correct length. But other than that, I mean, this should be pretty easy. I have a pretty decent amount of room for me to work around with. But enough of that, you know, let me go to the garage and get to work on this. Found my gloves that I was talking about before, but these are cut too. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm pretty sure I did that, but still, it's fine, whatever. I gotta put this intake manifold on, but before that, since I have no studs, I need to put the studs on. Got the studs, they're all cut. Now, I only know one way how to put the studs on, and that's just getting 2 nuts and working them down together. I know there's another way, but for the life of me, I do not know. Studs are on. I was having 1 stud problem, but that's because I was trying to put it inside the wrong spot. I can put the lower intake manifold on before I put the top one. I do got 2 extra bolts that I could not find a stud for. One bolt was like maybe 60 millimeters, and then the other one was like it's like 70, and I couldn't find a stud at that time. So here we go. I'm gonna put this on. My lower's on, mounted, not going anywhere. Time for the big boy. Intake manifold is on. I didn't take too long, but this is how it looks. my main concern was the was the top portion, the upper, hitting the cowl. Because if you have like an F20, your valve cover is literally like right underneath here. Like it's right there, and it's kind of a bitch to get into. But there's so much clearance. So like this is where, you know, the stock F20 or F22 valve cover would be at. And you go a little bit lower, and then that's where this intake is. And this is actually the highest point of the engine as well. So this is not gonna go, there's nothing that's gonna go higher than this. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I may have to get longer studs. These studs are really short, and I'm gonna have to get longer ones because that's not gonna work. It's fine. I think that was 46 millimeters altogether, so as long as I get 50, I'll be fine. Really happy about how this is going now. Like I said, as the moment I got that subframe, everything else is starting to go into place. So I'm gonna be making a lot more videos of just building this car, having fun while doing that. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start breaking down each part before I install it, just so I myself can remember what it does and where it goes. And also just for more content as well. But that's it. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for some more stuff because I got a lot of things planned for this car. And to be honest, there's really not a lot of parts that goes into getting this car to start. So that's kind of the fun for it. Like if this was like a regular piston motor, there's a lot of crap you need just to get it started and just to maintain it compared to a rotary. But till then, see you guys in the next video.